Welcome back to another, it's me Cam from Cam's.com. Welcome back to another daily Chelsea transfer news video where today I'll be talking about Caicedo, Lavia, Olise, Conor Gallagher and all things Chelsea. So if you're new, I'm Cam from Cam's.com and I do daily Chelsea transfer news videos. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers very soon, so if you could like and subscribe, that'd help a lot. But without further ado, let's get in the first story. Once again, starting off with Moises Caicedo, and where else to start than Fabrizio Romano, who has said Chelsea trying again for Moises Caicedo. The negotiation is still ongoing and nothing's off. The player is pushing to go to Chelsea. It could also be true that Chelsea is now looking at alternatives. This is normal. I expect new contacts in the next few days, and at some point it will be time to decide. Well, why has this happened? Well, again, Chelsea's fourth bid for Moises Caicedo was rejected immediately from Brighton. The 75 plus 5 million add-ons, £80 million bid was rejected immediately. Well, I was moaning yesterday that it took a month and a half to get to the 70 million, but the £80 million mark was reached, and of course it was rejected. Once again, Brighton are staying firm now that they want excess of £100 million following the Declan Rice deal to Arsenal, which was £105 million. Of course, Enzo Fernandez we bought for £107 million. Yeah, it's a lot for our two midfielders, £200+ million. But yeah, that's the market we're in. But speaking more on Caicedo himself, I'm going to go to David Ornstein, who said Moises Caicedo was determined to get a move to Chelsea. And I will be talking about Roman Lavia very shortly. But yeah, let me know, Chelsea fans. The £80 million mark, I thought at the start of the window was going to be enough, but it's looking like it's going to be north of that. Chelsea can either bite the bullet, £100 million to Brighton, who are now a rival, or go lower to Roman Lavia, which I will be talking about now. Fabrizio Romano and the Here We Go podcast has said Liverpool will try to be fast for Roman Lavia as they know Chelsea are still keeping an eye on the situation. If Liverpool don't close, Chelsea are there. However, Liverpool are the big favourites. Where have I heard this before? Oh yeah, January, Mudryk, Arsenal, Chelsea. It was, Mudryk was nailed on to be Arsenal's next signing. Personal terms agreed, but Chelsea swooped in and hijacked the deal. Will Chelsea hijack from Liverpool? Well, Liverpool, Europa League football, Chelsea, no football, but maybe the project could sell Lavia. We looked at Lavia last window, January, and now £50 million is a lot cheaper, but I'm just going to be reading out I will leave the stats here. Caicedo versus Lavia. Well, Caicedo wins in every metric. Is it £50 million more? Well, Caicedo also beats Declan Rice in more metrics than he beats him, so maybe, but it's just more annoying that we're giving all that money to Brighton, who, as I said before, are pretty much our rivals now for European places, and they are just being very stubborn. Every time I see a seagull the rest of my life, I'm going to boot it across the pavement. On to the next story. Going on to attackers, I'm going to be going back to Fabrizio Romano talking about Michael Olise, which has said Chelsea really like Michael Olise. This is true. There is no bid and Chelsea know that there is a £35 million release clause, but they are waiting to hear about the injury first before they could attack the situation, but let's see. Michael Olise is injured now, but the £35 million release clause, well, that was in place when Crystal Palace bought him from Reading. I don't think that's the case anymore, so it's going to be north of that. Madueke, we signed for around £35 million, maybe 50 for Olise, we will see. But as I know, now Chelsea are looking for an attacking midfielder. Olise on the right, Kudos, who I talked about last video, down the centre, or Cherki on the left as well. Let me know, Chelsea fans, what you'd prefer, Cherki, Olise or Kudos. But on to the final story. Once again from Fabrizio Romano regarding Conor Gallagher, saying Conor Gallagher will only leave Chelsea if they receive an important proposal, which would be 15 million or more. Otherwise, Chelsea is happy to continue with Gallagher. Mauricio Pochettino has a good relationship with Conor. Great. We had the £47 million bid from West Ham, I think 4 days ago, which was rejected. I mean, I would have absolutely snatched your hand off to get that money for Gallagher. If you think about the money we got for Havertz, Gallagher and Mount, north of £160 million, wow. I know £50 million can't buy you a lot in football, as we've seen. I mean, Caicedo being worth 100 million, is Gallagher half the player of Caicedo? Well, I'm going to let that for you to decide, but I would have taken the £47 million because although Gallagher, he works hard and Pochettino likes him, he's not exciting, and the players we have, Castille, Santos, Chukwuemeka, they're more exciting and would fit the mould of the future Todd Bowley Chelsea that I've been seeing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for more Chelsea transfer news videos where maybe we forget about Caicedo, focus on Lavia, and maybe even sign Olise. See you then.